Okay, welcome back. Any question on conditional statements? If there is no question, we can proceed. Okay, we can proceed with next topic is while loops in Python. Okay, you can say loops in Python. Okay, let me say touch and say while loop dot py, and I see while loop is here. Okay, now what is while loop? While loops. Now, actually in Python, we have two types of primitive loops command. One is while loop and another one is for loop. Okay, and both are very important. In while loop, with while loop, we can execute a set of statements as long as condition is true. Remember, as long as condition is true. So to execute while loop, condition should be met and it should be true. So if the condition is true, the codes will be executed. If not true, will not be executed. Very clear, right? Okay. What does it mean? Let's see with an example. Okay. Let's take an example. A equal to 1. Oh my goodness, Rubel sir is sleeping. Okay. Okay. Now, while loop starts with while. Okay. Now, while A is less than 10, look very carefully. You have to understand it, okay? So automatically it has been indented. Python has a very great feature. You don't need to indent it yourself. Just press enter and
Press enter and
automatically
it will by
indent it.
default.
Okay.
It will
Print A. Now look, condition, that is very important. A is equal to 1. Now condition is while, means if 10 is greater than A, means A is less than 10 and 1 is less than 10, right? So it is true. So it will print A.
A.
Okay, it will print A. A is 1, right? Let's check what happens. Python. Now in maybe if you are using Windows, you have to write maybe Python 3, okay? Because we are using Python 3. But some computers, you don't need to write Python 3. Python is okay. Python, and name of this, name of
A.
our
While.
is what?
While loop.
While loop.py, right?
Dot .py.
Not even loops. While
Yeah.
loop.py. Python.
While loop. Python
While
space while loop dot py. Enter. Wow, what is this?
So it printed, look, very interesting. It printed 1 because
So
and
many times.
is 1 is less than 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And actually it's printing maybe 1,000 times.
For n numbers. Why?
N numbers.
Why?
Printing 1,000 of time because it is always true. Okay.
Uh,
A is always less than 10, so it is keep printing. Too much. You see? You can check here. Oh my goodness. N number. Okay. Our purpose is not to print N number, but we want to print A, and I want to say plus equal to 1. What does it mean? It means actually
not equal to.
it means
Or plus O.
A equal to A plus 1.
Plus 1.
Okay. Now we have to go back to the math of class 9 and 10. Okay. So A is 1. So 1 plus 1, 2. Okay. First, it will check whether A is less than 10. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It will print 1 time. So it will become 2. Then second time, it will go and check. Is it less than 10? Is 2 is less than 10? Yes. Again, it will check and it becomes 3. Again, it will go and check the condition. Okay. Check the condition.
That's why you have to write this way.
Now it is 4. Okay. Again, it go and check. If it is less than 10, 5 plus 1. Again, go and check. Now 6.
6 plus 1.
Then again, check. Still, condition is met. Now we have 6 plus 1, 7. Is 7 less than
class
10? Yes, still it is true. So it is 7 plus 1, 8. Okay. Now, 8. Is it true? Yes, still it is true. Plus 1, 9. Okay.
And
And it is still true, right? Now, finally, it is 9. 9 plus 1, 10. Is it less than 10?
No, should be less than 10.
No. It is now 10 equal to 10. So it is not true. It will not run.
Not true.
So it will
will
stop
not
in
run.
9. Remember, there is 10. We are expecting it will print up to 10, but it will not. Now, Anisur Rahman sir is student of computer science, right? Anis sir?
Applied
Yes.
physics.
Yes, everything okay. I understand being
Physics
well.
and computer science, right?
Yes.
So I'm damn sure it's like water for you. Okay. Now,
More than.
might be a little intimidating if you didn't see it earlier. But in JavaScript, if you remember, in JavaScript, we learn loops like A++, right? This is the same. But in Python, you cannot say A++. Okay? You have to write this way. A equal to 1 plus. That means every time it executes, it will automatically add 1. Now,
One. Add one. Yeah.
delete it. And gone, the terminal gone. Now I want to bring it back. Where is my terminal? Oh my goodness. Right here. Okay. I am inside basic Python. Now my folder is Python. So I have to go to Python first. Okay. I have to go to Python first. So cd Python, enter here. Let me drag a little bit and make space for terminal and say Python. What is it? Name of the file is while loop.py, right? Enter. What a magic, right? What a magic. You see, first time it ran, it was 1. Second time it is 1 plus 1, 2.
2.
It goes and check.
1 plus 2.
A is less than 2. Yes, it runs 3. 3 plus 1, 4. It still meet the condition. So it run 4 plus 1, 5. 5 plus 1, 6. You know, go on, go on. 10 didn't print because we say A is less than 10. Condition is A is less than 10. So 9 is less than 10. But 10 is not less than 10. No, 10 is equal to 10. So 10 is not printed. Clear? Confusing or clear?
Now clear.
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 Rubel, clear?
Clear, clear. Thank you.
Okay, fine. Now, let us make it 100 and see. Now, Mr. Raymond, tell me how long it will be printed.
99.
99 or 100? 99. Right? Now my question is, how you can print 100? Rotom
If
sir?
you put a condition, is that less than or equals?
Less than or equals. Good. Because less than is not true, but equal, it will meet the condition. Okay. Now you can just check. $100. You see? Because we are saying A is less than or equal. At last we are in 100. Actually 100 equal to 100. So 100 is printed because it is equal. Now, if you put here 1000, triple nine, okay? If you put here equal
1,000 will come.
1000. Now these are interview question. Say A is 1 while A less than 100, print A. A plus equal to 1. How long it will get printed? You will say 99. How you can print 100 out of 100? The answer is less than or equal. Clear? Now this is while loop. Now go to for loop. For loop, for loops. Okay. While loops starts with while loop. For loop starts with for. And what does it do? Actually, a for loop is used to iterate or for iterating over a sequence on, it can be a list, it can be a tuple, or can be a set, or a string. So for loop can iterate, mean executes over a list or over a tuple or set or a string. Remember this four. Okay. Now let's see, how does it work? Example is better than precepts. So let's take an example and try to understand very clearly. Very important. We cannot memorize all these things. If we want to become a good programmer, want to become a good application developer, or even want to become web automation engineer, okay, we can choose either one. After learning Python, we can learn web automation, we can learn application development, software development. Python is so powerful, okay, so powerful. You can choose anything. Now, even if you go to become a developer, okay, Python is best. Still, you have to learn part of Selenium, okay, because developer has to test the unit tests of every feature of any application or software. So you need to learn Selenium, web development, plus you have to learn automation, Selenium. So now you have option. You can choose the job of web development, or you can choose only Selenium. So after completing this course, you can apply for web developer position or software developer or web automation engineer. You can choose anyone. Now, interesting is, interesting is, if you check now, developers starting their position from 75K. Automation engineers starting from 115K. This is injustice, right? For the developers.
Why? Of course, yeah.
Okay. Anything is all right for us. This one is not bad. Okay. Starting. Remember, this is starting. After 1 year, you can say 100.
What about tester?
Yeah, this is testing.
Oh, okay.
Testing. It's automation.
Okay.
Okay. It's Selenium with Python. You already learn it.
Little bit, yeah.
Not little. You learn a lot. You have to practice back.
Yeah. True.
Now, remember, if you want to become automation engineer, you now know HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, Python. Now you know a lot of things. It's easy now. Okay.
A lot of things. Yeah.
What
A
you
lot
do
of
is
things.
you have to practice now. Practice. Okay. Now, say for example, teachers list. This is a list. Okay. And list come with parentheses, right? Mr. Raymond comes with parentheses or curly braces. List comes with parentheses or curly braces. LVE, it's muted. Your mic is muted. Your sound is muted.
Parenthesis.
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 List. Lists doesn't come
Yeah.
with parentheses. It comes with square braces. Square bracket. Okay.
Oh, square bracket.
Okay.
Parenthesis.
Please.
LVZZ. Teachers lists.
Tuple comes with the
Well, and
round bracket.
Raymond. Okay.
Yes.
Now I want to say for, okay, for I in teacher lists. Okay. Prince I. Now, who can tell me what the hell the I is? What is I here? What is I here?
Variable.
Variable. Exactly. It's variable. It can be varied. In place of I, you can write A, B, C, D, or your name. Still, it will be printed. All right, let's check. Printing LBZ, Rubel, Raymond. Okay, if I put my name here,
Okay.
Dan. Okay, still it will be printed. Now, I said it is variable. Rubel said it is variable, actually. Is it variable? Is it variable? Are you there?
The questions, which is, yeah, what is the question? Which is the variable?
Let us see whether it is variable. So I just write X in place of I. If it is variable, it will be printed. Still it is being printed. So this is variable. If I write A,
Oh, X is variable.
so it is variable.
Yeah,
Okay.
variable.
But this is the best practice to put X. Everybody use here X, and in conditional statement, for loop, where is if else loops? Okay, while loop, X, always use X. This is the best practice. Okay, clear?
Clear.
Okay, fine. Now it will be really good if you go to W3 schools. W3 schools, excuse me, and go to Python. Where is Python? And one by one, every day, try to read at least 30 minutes before you practice. Then practice another an hour or two, because we want to complete it in next 2 months. Okay, so you can go from here: string, booleans, operators, list, tuples, sets, dictionaries. And today we already completed a couple of things more: if else, for loop, while loop. Okay, and next we are going to deal with function, actually function. Okay, then arrays, we don't need lambda. Then class and object inheritance, these are very important. Okay, and there's
Okay.
some need, actually. Inheritance, we need inheritance. We don't need iterator, scope, module, dates. Maybe we don't need them, but it's better to learn them too. Okay, and we will also learn file handling, and we will need, where are, actually we don't need them. These are for data science. Okay, and we will also learn MySQL while learning Django. Maybe we are not learning from here, but we will learn most of them. Okay, we don't need all these things. We don't need it, but we know JSON already. This is just like you see, key value in pairs. We know this already. Okay, but we must learn functions, arrays, and classes, objects, and inheritance. Okay. Any question? So notes are here. It will help you to face interview. If you read this and practice what we learned, it will help you to face the interviews. All right. If you don't have any question, we can stop here. But I suggest every single day practice 1 or 2 hours. Any question? So my plan is to complete Python in next 3 classes, 3 more classes, and it will be more than enough to deal with Django. Django is a framework to create huge web application like NASA, Facebook, Google, okay? Anything you want, actually. This is called heavy framework. Okay. And another one is Flask. This is called light framework. This is to create 5 pages website, 10 pages website. Django is for 100 pages of web application. So we are learning it at the same time we are learning Selenium with Python to test whatever we are creating, whether we are creating properly. Clear? Now, after learning it, you will choose whether you want to go to work on Selenium or want to work as a developer. If you are a developer, you have to build and test both. If you are dealing with only Selenium, you will just test. If you're a developer, you have to build plus tests. If you are dealing with only Selenium, you will just test. This position is as that. As that means software development engineer in tests. Okay. And this position is web developer or software developer or software engineer.